Hello everyone and good evening and welcome to Focal Point Uncut. My name is Hobin, and I've been meaning to make this video for quite a while to tackle the idea of the Confederate flag, the removal of statues, and the idea of censorship. This will be a longer than normal video as I am tackling a lot of things but focusing a lot on the ideas of symbols, historical concept, and change over time. But believe me, at the end of this there will be a focal point. First thing first. The Confederate flag that you know is not the Confederate flag. This was not the national flag of the Confederacy. This flag was made by William Porter Miles. The cross on the flag was turned diagonally by Miles as he did not want the flag to be seen with religious context, and, according to Rudders, in our historical letter and primary source, at the birth of the flag, William Porter Miles, in talking about his new flag design, said these words. I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I can't see these words quite clearly. The committee, in examining the representations of the flags of all countries, found that Liberia and the Sandwich Islands had a flag so similar to that of the United States that it seemed to them an additional, if not itself, a conclusive reason why we should not keep, copy, or imitate it. They felt no inclination to borrow at second hand what had been pilfered and appropriated by a free Negro community and race of savages. It must be admitted, however, that something was conceded by the committees to what seemed so strong and carnous a desire to retain at least a suggestion of the old stars and stripes, so much for the mass of the models and designs more or less copied from or assimilated to the United States flag. Unironically, this flag design was actually rejected by the Confederates and was used as the battle flag of the Northern Virginia Army. On top of that, the stars on the flag, which were once again confirmed by William Porter Miles, were to represent the initial 11 states that succeeded and the other 2 states who were pro-slavery, which I'm pretty sure were Kentucky and Tennessee. The colors in Miles' words would represent true Republican values, which at the time wasn't too necessary to abolish slavery outright, but to limit the spread of the West, limit the spread of slavery to the West. The Republican Party of old, don't get it twisted, used the abolishing of slavery as a war tactic. This is in fact how the North beat the South and expanded big business to the rest of the country, which was their goal. But to say the flag doesn't have roots built from slavery is not a matter of discussion, it's a matter of fact, which it absolutely does. The argument can't even be made that you are trying to change the symbol as it has always been tied to slavery and racism. This isn't like a case of Hitler taking a symbol that means good fortune and turning it into a symbol of the Nazi regime. The Confederate flag has always had roots to racism, and then in the future as well. The second example of this was when it got new traction when the Dixiecrat Party came to be, who were against the civil rights program and were in favor of Jim Crow laws, and then later by the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacist groups. Like, the flag history screams racism, and if you cannot see that, you may just be a lost cause. Now, the question is, what about the statues that are being destroyed? To which I say, statues are meant to be idolized, but they can also teach. Rather than burning down everything, we should teach of these statues in schools and museums and educate people on the acts that should be frowned on in today's society. And we should build new statues commemorating heroes, scholars, warriors from people in our country who have been oppressed and have contributed to us to a better society. And yes, there are African American statues out there, but how many? I tried finding this answer, but to no avail. But I bet you there are way more white male statues in this country than anything else. Now, I want to segue to modern day. As we as a country are getting better and slowly over time, we will conquer racism together. Because when there's hate, there's also people who are looking to oppose hate. And I feel like that's where we need to be as a country. And I think that's what this basic country was founded on. Even at the time, the men who signed the Declaration didn't even know it yet. That's why if you want to fly a flag, you should fly the American flag. A flag with 50 stars representing the United States, the 50 states being united, that is. The stripes representing a nation that wanted to be free from an unfair ruler. The red representing hardiness and valor, which is what our country as a whole has gone through, because we have endured a lot as a combined country. The white represents innocence, which is what everyone should be before being trialed. And blue represents vigilance and perseverance and justice, things that we should all look to accomplish. That's why when the Civil War ended and the North won, Old Glory was said to be flown above a state house in Tennessee. And here's the thing. My ancestors did not cross that water when the country was founded. That can be said for a lot of people in this country. And a lot of those people, a hell of a lot of those people, didn't choose to come here. But a lot of people have stayed here and made families here, worked here, became citizens here. But if there's one thing we as a country should be doing, it is treating everyone with dignity and respect, and recognizing that everyone who is a citizen or wishes to become a citizen should be entitled to the rights of the Constitution and their own pursuit of happiness. And we should throw out hate symbols, as those who wish to express hate wish to take other people's freedoms. And we cannot censor old statues, but we can teach our children why the men who are represented are wrong. And we should build new statues about people who our kids can be proud of and aspire to be like. We are all not just Americans, but we are all human beings. We should discuss more and argue less. Understand the pain of one another. And if you are asking what you can do to be better, I say to you, treat everyone with respect and dignity, and sympathize with your fellow brothers and sisters from all walks of life. To which I say thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts, and remember to be safe out there. I love you all, and I will see you next time. My name is Joe Hobin. This has been Focal Point Uncut, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.